Hello class, my name is Tal Kroll and I will be your accounting instructor for the spring 2022 semester. I wanted to put a short video out there to cover three things. First of all, how you should be familiar with our Canvas site and what each module will look like. Secondly, your due dates. They usually run from a Monday to a Sunday. Each week you will have at least 2 or 3 items due. Once a chapter has been completed, you will have a unit exam on the following Wednesday at the end of that. Also, I would like to cover the items you should be learning in this chapter. So let's take a look at your Canvas site. In this video, we will cover your Canvas site, some important information you need to read through thoroughly and explore. We will also cover where to find your due dates and cover some major concepts from chapter 1. So first of all, on your Canvas homepage, the notes, the pictures communicate and measure are relevant to chapter 1. So those pictures will often change as the emphasis for the chapter changes. But below that, you will see icons that have links to other important information on the homepage. My contact information can be found. It's best to reach me through email. You can also call my office phone and leave a message if I'm not available, or stop by during my office hours in the Springfield campus. Your grades are linked here, but you can access that on the homepage from the left-hand menu. Also on the menu there, you'll see on the left the course syllabus. Please read that. It tells you the dates of our proctored exams, so you can get that on your calendar now. We have one proctored exam, and it is over chapter 3, although accounting is a building course, and so anything you learn in chapter 1 and 2 that may show up on your exam. It will be linked to the concepts in the chapter 3 material, so it could show up on the chapter 3 proctored exam also. It's really important that you explore on the start here how to do the first day module, because that will give you an example of what each chapter module looks like. You need to, as a student, make sure that you go in to the resources on every chapter, read all of this for each chapter, and then mark it done. If you don't mark it done, it will not release the next item in the module for you. The first item in the module, besides the Learning Resources page, will be a quiz. Once you take that quiz, it's an unlimited attempts on that first quiz, and if you get something wrong, you can redo it because it will show you the answers. But once you complete that Learning Resource quiz, it will open up the first assignment for the module. So you can see the first assignment for our first day module is a discussion board. When you get to your regular chapter modules, the first assignment would be, after you've completed the Learning Resource quiz, it would be to complete the Learn Smart assignment. So please read everything on the Learning Resources page and look through these links. I will often have videos helping you learn the concepts, mark it done, and then it will release the Learning Resource quiz. Once you've completed the Learning Resource quiz, then your first assignment for the chapter will be released. The Learn Smart assignment is something you can complete over and over before the due date in order to get all of the points if you would like. So the Learn Smart assignment will now be released or accessible since I have marked the Learning Resources page done and I have submitted. Now you see they're all accessible. Please remember that your Learn Smart is unlimited before the due date, but your regular homework, you only have 2 attempts on that. On your second attempt, it will bring in all your previous answers. You won't have to rework it. You'll just have to look and see which ones were incorrect and fix those. Some chapters will not have an individual assignment, but every chapter will have a end of chapter quiz. That is timed. It's 10 multiple choice questions. Only start that when you have the time to complete it, because you cannot save it and come back to it later. That's a good overview of what our Canvas site looks like and how each module will run. Make sure that the second thing that you note is the due dates on the homepage there. In that calendar picture, things to do, you will see our tentative calendar. You will also notice that the due dates are mentioned below each item on the modules. This Sunday, you need to have completed this first block before January 23rd, the end of the day Sunday. You need to have done the first day quiz over the syllabus, our discussion board, our learning resource quiz for Chapter 1, and the Chapter 1 Learn Smart assignment. So each week you'll have at least 2 or 3 things to do. Some weeks there'll be more. But you need to make sure that you pay close attention to due dates. Every Sunday you will have something due. And then the following Wednesday, after the completion of a chapter or a unit, you will have an exam due. But you could work ahead if you would like. So we've covered what our Canvas site looks like, how to find the due dates. The final thing is the important information for Chapter 1 and how to learn the material from Chapter 1 can be found on that Learning Resources page. Also, you could review this Everything You Need to Know About Accounting page. It has some really helpful pictures and equations. The first equation I want to show you is assets equal liabilities plus equity. All of our transactions will fall into this equation and will need to balance in this equation, so you need to memorize that. It's all of your stuff that you have, and the other side kind of explains where you got it or how you used that stuff. The second important piece of information is to make sure you know how to classify all of the accounts. These accounts listed in the green are either assets or liability or equity account titles, and it classifies them into the columns and the categories. They all show up on the balance sheet. Your income statement is the first statement you create. That will have listed all of your revenues and expense accounts. It shows up in the blue here. The statement of stockholders' equity is the second one. It's kind of denoted with this purple information about your dividends. So then the third picture I want to make sure that you understand is how these statements are connected. They're kind of like a puzzle. The first statement you create is the income statement, so that amount then goes into the retained earnings, the company savings account. And then the totals on your equity, it says your total equity is 26, goes into your balance sheet. We won't focus on the statement of cash flows and you actually creating it until Chapter 11, but we will talk a lot about the different activities. So what is an operating activity? What's an investing activity? What's a financing activity? Those are the major things you need to learn in Chapter 1. Please send me any questions that you have. I look forward to getting to know you better. Thank you for your time.